Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Top Flight Computers Now Twitch live stream. So this is our first time on this platform, so please forgive any shortcomings that we have with it. I do not think that Chris linked all of the emotes and
Nope.
chat things that pop up, so we're unfortunately, yeah. But we are monitoring the chat over here. Chris is also monitoring the chat over behind there. My name is Connor, and my co-host here today
Is Andrew, as usual. And today we are building True Alpha 2. This is an upgrade to a 2019 machine that we built. So this is a workstation for video editing, Premiere Pro and After Effects mainly. And today we're going to be taking it from 3rd gen Ryzen all the way up to 4th gen 5000 series Ryzen. That's empty. We'll be adding a new SSD, a new motherboard, and a new cooler.
Yeah, I know. That's how I looked over. I saw the Dark Rock in front of me, and I looked over and I saw the cooler. And I was like, "Wait a second,
until
this is last build."
Until about 10 seconds ago, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're reusing the Dark Rock Pro 4."
Yeah,
And then there's an AIO right here. So we're off to a good start, ladies and gentlemen. So as mentioned, we're using an AMD Ryzen 9 5950X as the top of the line enthusiast consumer unobtainium CPU. It's a 16-core 32-thread processor. Very nice CPU. That will be cooled by this here Fractal Design Celsius S36 Triple Rad AIO. We'll be installing that in the new Gigabyte X570 AORUS Ultra motherboard. Very ultra good. We'll be reusing the existing 64 Gigabyte kit of Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 3200 memory. Very good, reliable memory. We're using 2 existing NVMe SSDs.
I thought you were going with that one first. I had these held up, and you're like, "And RAM." I'm like, "Ah!"
I'm going in order. We have a 1TB HP NVMe, that's the OS boot drive. We have a 2TB Intel 660p NVMe SSD, that's for programs and file storage and whatnot. And we're adding a Sabrent Rocket 4 Gen 4. Is it 4 and 4? Gen 4, 4
No,
terabyte?
it's a Gen 3.
Is it Gen 3? I thought it was Gen 4. Okay.
A Gen 3x4. That's what it says.
Well, anyway, we're installing that 4TB NVMe SSD while Chris panics behind the monitor. We'll be reusing the existing RTX 2070 8GB video card. We'll be installing this, reusing the existing 750-watt EVGA power supply. Installing all this in the existing Fractal Design R6 USB-C case with some more Fantex fans, especially for our new AIO here. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Go ahead and jump right in. Also, I apologize for the jacket that sounds like static.
Oh yes.
It is usually very cold in here, and today in North Kakalaki it is absolutely pouring rain and not freezing, but it's cold.
It didn't start till late afternoon.
I know.
It was
I walked the dog, and I was like, oh, you know, at 3:30, 4-ish, I was like, oh, this is great. There's no rain, whatever, and then I'm driving here, and it's just solid downpour.
Yeah, it wasn't raining that bad when I drove here. I knew it was gonna rain today, so we had a few days of sun. So following North Carolina law, we need at least 2 more weeks of rain now.
Yeah, at least we're not in Texas.
It'll be raining on and off the next few days. That's true. We have we have publicly owned utilities with power that is still on at all times. So that's good.
If you were watching this from Texas, we're sorry.
Well, not really. That's right.
Really.
But anyway. So
cool.
Yeah. Keep the heat on.
Yeah.
Without paying $9,000 power bill.
The heat here, the reason why we can't turn it on, there's been a little bit of an issue with it. TLDR, if we turn it on, we would get carbon monoxide poisoning, or the thing would light on fire. There's a 50-50 chance of each. Both of them do not end well.
But we did get confirmation that it is going to be fixed.
Yep. And we will actually be moving sets soon-ish. By soon, I mean sometime between now and probably 2022.
I wasn't going to use the soon word, but we will be moving sets by the time you can buy a 3080 on the shelf.
There you go.
How about that?
That's a good way to
I really like this AIO. We don't use it enough. Fittings you can remove.
Yep. Yeah, and then I remember we had the whole conversation about
this. This is a good cooler.
It is.
And it tests well too. So.
And just like normal Gigabyte, there is a, protective peel under a protective peel. Which is so aggravating.
You gotta protect it, man.
You do. You gotta just protect them. This one's annoying because they didn't center the sticker like perfectly. Because it looks like they put the peel over top of the sticker and then they stick the thing on. So the little peel got stuck underneath the edge of it.
Beautiful. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we're also reusing the Existical. Existical?
The Existical.
Existical.
That's a new word.
The existing hard disk drive that is already installed in the case. So, I mean, it'll just be plugging the save cable into a new board. Just so it's there if they need it.
Hey, this board actually has 2 USB 3.0s. Wow.
Yeah?
We've been running into an issue on that on a few of our old ones.
Yeah,
other builds where...
Most new, like, high-end boards have that. Hopefully, they'll continue that.
Oh, look, another peel under a peel.
So I'm thinking this AIO is going to need to go on the top. For sure.
Probably, yeah. Like
we'll just exhaust out the top, I think.
I don't think there's another option.
No, I think that is the option.
Oh yeah, so I'm at work today, right? Just casually working, and I get a text from our good old friend Gabe at the computer seller.
Oh, that guy.
But just a YouTube link, no context, no comments, nothing like that.
Okay.
And I'm just like, okay, open it up, and it is him doing a speed run of a screen replacement on like a 2011 MacBook or something like that.
Was the client watching that?
No, I don't think. It was one of their like extra ones that they just had left over, like it was dead, but he's like, I'm gonna do a speed run on this.
2011's a decade old.
I think it was like 2011 or 2012, and I think it was actually an iMac.
An iMac, so it was a stand-up, all on one desktop.
Yep.
Okay, I want to see him do that on a newer one.
Oh, you can. It's
exactly.
Possible.
Well, no, you can.
Uh-huh.
With great difficulty and much more time.
But it's just so comical because I was like, I had just literally asked why, and he's like, speed.
Gotta go fast.
And I was like, hey, there you go.
The new, the new record time for completing Minecraft, aka killing the Ender Dragon, from a brand new seed, a random seed, is like 15 minutes.
Is it actually random seed, or is it?
No, it's like you have to generate the seed while you're like recording, and like there's a bunch of proof you have to go through that you're not running any mods or anything.
That is actually impressive. Then
there's 2 categories. There's set seed, so you know where everything is already because it's the same every time. But then there's also random seed, which is like the main category. Yeah, like 15 minutes from scratch to killing.
That is actually really impressive.
Can you guess what they use to kill the dragon? It's not a bow.
No, it's a bed, right?
Beds.
Yep.
You can kind of finagle them and like stand next to the portal thing, and then just lay beds down and they explode, of course. Very interesting.
That is actually very impressive. That is very impressive. No, so it's comical, and this is a great reason why we like doing these kinds of upgrades as well, and especially ease of use for our client. Because one of my good friends in our Discord, he had a tournament that night, and this was Thursday night, that he had to get. I was like, okay, great, and his his CPU died.
Ooh.
Like, CPU motherboard died, actually.
Yeah.
Is what it came out to be. But it was an old, like, AMD FX series kind of thing. Yeah, like
bulldozer.
There's no way you're going to Best Buy to buy that kind of.
Nor should you want to.
No. So he went down and he got picked up some parts off of like Facebook Marketplace and Best Buy and all that kind of stuff and came back. And he put it all together and immediately turned on and then instant blue screened.
Beautiful.
Because of an AMD driver that was corrupted.
I'm just going to say driver because that you boot into safe mode and get rid of it.
That's exactly what it was. But it was so funny because he's like, I don't know how to do this. I'm like walking him through because he's never built a computer.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, how do I plug this fan in? How do I screw this fan in? And it's like, okay.
Those are the best phone.
It's like, we can do this. Like, we can walk through this. Luckily, it was over Discord and he had a webcam on on his phone.
Yeah.
But
that makes it a little better.
It was just like, this is so much tech support in 1 week.
Yeah, you've had quite a week, but you get to finish it off and build a nice computer here.
Indeed.
That beautiful CPU.
Yeah, right.
Probably the hardest CPU to find.
Yeah,
I'm
I
playing
think
it
it.
right
I think it legitimately is.
I mean, like the Threadrippers and stuff, you can mostly buy. I think they're still in stock generally.
I just bought one.
Yeah, like I don't think you have much of an issue finding those in stock at a store.
I mean, the only things that I would say like that rival it would probably be like Xeons, but even at that, they're still in stock. You know,
all the Xeons are in stock. All the time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's no issue buying Xeons. So, yeah, I think the 5950X wins is the hardest to obtain CPU right now, especially anywhere near the MSRP.
Yeah,
So,
anywhere
One.
with even.
What's the MSRP? 750 for that one?
Well, we got it at no cost, but
So
Yeah,
this is impressive. Look, so inside the cardboard box
Yes.
is then a metal box
Okay.
containing the SSD.
I can get
Well,
down
it feels
with
like metal. Yeah, it is metal. I was trying to hit it with something metal to make
have
it
a
like
magnet?
cling, but
Yeah.
I think it's aluminum, so I don't think
Ooh.
it's actually
Okay.
magnetic.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
For all those British people I know are watching.
Oh yeah.
Do Canadians say aluminium? I don't think they do. I think they say aluminum.
I don't know. I don't actually know.
Canadians are kind of weird. They use like a mix of metric and imperial measurements too. Like they'll use miles per hour, but then they use meters. Like it's just, it could be fine.
Not so shiny. Looks exactly the same. It's actually like twice as heavy as the other one. So
Nice.
this foam.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really impressive. You can tell instantly how much a company actually,
Puts in there.
puts in their packaging just based on the foam.
Yeah, for sure. Nice closed cell foam goes a long way.
So right here, there is, quick math, 7 terabytes of,
Plus that whatever hard drive.
plus whatever hard drive is in there.
so 4.
4.
4.
So we got 11 terabytes. We broke the 10 terabyte threshold.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it faster than others.
Yeah.
That's okay. We still love our hard drives. Mostly.
We'll have to remember, Chris, maybe you can look this up. Does this board disable any,
SATA ports?
yeah, any SATA ports?
Check
Now,
the manual.
Possible,
box.
because the third M2 runs on the chipset.
yeah, that's what I was saying, like,
Just check the manual.
Yeah.
Pretty possible.
Don't make me replug it later, please. When
No,
the
that's
video-
why I
when the
asked
video
Chris
cards-
to do it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
When the video card.
Well,
is
we
on
could
top.
always be safe and just plug it in 2 and 3, and then those won't be disabled because that's dead in the
I
middle.
mean, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
It's always scary.
It is. It's always
there's-
annoying to like redo
When there's
all
a
of the
video
cable
card on
management.
top of it and there's cable managed, I don't.
Oh yeah. It makes it fun. What are you talking about? It's
Okay, you come do it. Oh, you know what? If it's disabled, I will call you to come back to the
to then
office
come in.
on what will probably be a Saturday
Yeah, I imagine.
after your very long work week.
I don't know. It depends if I'll be in Virginia or not doing something.
I will come get you.
I will bring the computer to you.
No, I'm gonna come bring you here and take you back.
It's been so long since we've actually had 4 sticks of RAM.
I know. Yeah.
So typically,
they start making DIMMs at such high capacities that you don't really need a lot.
So one of the things that we do at Top Flight that makes us a little bit different than a lot of the other SIs and things is we actually plan for upgrades. And one of the big upgrades that we do is we always leave 2 RAM slots available for upgrades in the future. So that's a very easy user upgradable upgrade.
What a show.
Yeah. Can you hand me the mounting hardware for that?
If you ask nicely, I can. Right after I plug this.
Can you please give me the mounting hardware?
Yes.
Otherwise,
Would you like AMD or AM4?
You know what? I want Intel. We're going to do this on hardware now.
There's a backplate already, right?
Yeah, there's a backplate already. AM4 preferably. I always hate how they distinguish between AMD and AM4 because that's literally just a company versus a.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying a new cooler to use on your AM3 platform, you should reassess your priorities.
Yeah, and probably reallocate your budget somewhere.
Yeah, as noted earlier,
especially if you're buying a water cooler for your.
Yeah, we don't really condone using bulldozer chips anymore.
Yeah.
Or those like A10 APUs, the Kaveri APUs, anything like that. It's pretty old.
All right, time for the box of emptiness, except magical silicon.
I know you guys are geeks, but this is like watching PC shop talk.
Yeah.
Do either of you have Twitch chat up?
I do.
Yeah, we have Twitch chat up. But see, this is what I mean by in the magical box of emptiness. There's literally a piece of cardboard in it, and that's it.
So it takes up room. You have to have something to put on the shelf.
I know it is. It's literally just
Okay.
shelf space.
Actually-
And as you
actually-
see, it will fit very nicely in our wall of Ryzen processors.
Actually, they don't need shelf space because it's not going on any shelves and staying there.
Very true.
So,
Andrew,
yes.
SATA 4 and 5 are not dead.
Okay. Plug
Okay.
it in 0.
So yeah, we'll do the top ones.
0 is probably always good.
Not always.
We had
On
that
one of
one
the other ones that we said that I plugged it in 0 and 1 were disabled.
Yeah. There was one board where I think it was an MSI board.
Yep. Different manufacturers will choose which ports get disabled. Your SATA ports on the edges there,
Okay.
based on how much hardware you actually plug in.
What do you think of my fan cable management?
Ooh, spicy. So yeah, since this has 3 M.2, that takes a lot of lanes, and a CPU and motherboard really only have a certain number of highway lanes, more or less, car lanes, if you want to think about it that way, in that analogy. Your graphics card takes up a certain amount, your M.2s will take up a certain amount, and your hard drives will also take up, as well as any other SATA connections.
Technically, the hard drive one is used by the SATA controller on the board, which
Yeah.
runs multiple drives, but it doesn't need
But the SATA controller also takes then lanes to do.
Yeah,
so
the hard drive itself doesn't take any, but the controller
yes, yeah. But you know what I mean.
does.
Feel the box,
Nice box.
isn't it? I'm gonna grab that case.
Okay. All the screws I took out that we will probably need are up here.
Perfect. That was exactly what I was gonna ask.
I came prepared. Actually, we don't need the old Be Quiet ones. We took those out.
Yeah, we don't need the. What was on here?
What was on here?
That was Be Quiet.
Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 4 right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have a brand new cooler. I forgot you opened
Yeah.
box.
I will say that I have like 2 seconds lag on Twitch. It's great.
Yeah, Twitch is usually
That's-
pretty.
We've been telling you Twitch is made for streaming.
Yeah, there is a reason for it. Oh, and all the cables are pre-run too. That's awesome. You know what's really great about this, Andrew? The USB-C
Yeah.
is actually exactly where the USB-C is on this board too. Was this original board on Gigabyte?
Yes. It was not the Ultra. I think it was a Pro Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that would make sense then. I was like,
It's over there.
Very, very similar, but this one's a little higher.
It's-
Yeah.
though it
With
is
the-
a little bit challenging to try to sneak it around all of the cables.
Yeah. I also break the 10 terabyte barrier at home, but I kind of cheat because I have an 8 terabyte hard drive. I have
that does cheat.
I have 2 512 gig SATA SSDs in RAID 0, and then I have my 1 terabyte NVMe boot drive. So I'm like
Some
barely there. But yeah.
So many cables to try to sneak out of the way of everything.
Oh yeah. And they're all like they've all been in that position for a while, so they're kind of stiff.
Yeah, they are insanely stiff.
But let me see.
Oh, I forgot to peel. Whoops. Got it.
We'll tell him later, Chris.
What's up?
We'll tell you later.
What? That I stood up?
So that you forgot to peel.
Oh.
On the 2019 build.
Did I do that?
Yeah. It's okay. It was one that doesn't really matter.
That's fair. I'm gonna do. I literally have to. The HD audio is behind the motherboard, and it's so aggravating.
The 1070 Ti. The Seahawk is the
The
water cooled one. Yeah. I like those cards. They're pretty cool looking.
I was honestly looking at them, and I still have been. There's well, I can't really say too much on that one, but yeah, we have a client that has been looking at them as well.
Ah, yes. Well, client's a strong word.
Yeah.
Also, motherboard screws when you need them.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, these are the RAID screws. Rat screws. Motherboard screws are in the dish as well.
This is great. All the cables are already there. I'm just plugging in the cables
Yeah.
because they're just there. It's so nice. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Why can't all the builds be
Let's see. After that's in, we can put in the AIO, which only one cable coming off it because its own fans are controlled by it. And then we'll put in graphics
Probably should have
card.
plugged
and...
in the power up there, but oh well.
Oh yeah.
Is there another peel there?
It's okay.
There
You haven't.
is. There's another appeal. Under appeal.
This is how it happens, Connor.
I know.
It's okay. You haven't abused your knuckles yet this week. You can scrape them up a little bit.
I literally have a bruise right there where a dog bit my hand.
Mm-hmm. What is the RAM on the 1070 Ti? Is it 4 gig?
8.
No, a
8?
1070?
1070 Ti.
Yeah, it's 8.
8? Look, I had a 970 3.5 gig, okay?
Yeah, did you ever collect off that lawsuit?
No. It was like $4 or something stupid, wasn't it?
No, it was like 50.
No, I did not collect off it.
I think I filed it, but I never ended up getting it in the mail.
I might have filed it. You might have sent me a link to it. I don't remember. But yeah, I have a little bit of trauma on 4 gig cards. I still have that card. It still works.
That's actually impressive. Well, the funny part is I tried to... Well, I think I didn't get it because I tried to double claim it because I bought a 970 Hall of Fame edition.
Right.
And then I bought an Asus something or other edition.
Yeah.
And I tried to claim both of them at the same time.
Now that affected all 970s, not just Founders, right?
Correct.
Type in reference. Okay.
Yep,
Mine was a reference.
It was every single 970.
I remember picking that bad boy up from Best Buy. I think it was $350 plus tax, so it was like right at $400 almost. Picking that bad boy up from Best Buy in winter of 2014. Does that sound right? Maybe it's 2015.
I built mine in
Might have been
freshman year of high school. Freshman year of college.
I think it was 2015.
So
but that was my first.
2015.
That was my first like powerful enthusiast card. Before that, I had 750 Ti, which was a great card at the time for its price, especially. But it didn't even take PSU power. It was slot only power, so it's 75 watt max.
Yep.
It was a snappy little card, but then getting that 970.
Yeah, when you said 750 Ti, like at the time when I built my system, almost all of my friends were on 750 Ti.
They were back then. People our age didn't have a lot of money. One.
Yeah.
Number two, it was
not wrong.
Very good card for the value. It overclocked like a beast. You get like 20-25% higher performance. It was good times.
We are going to need SATA cable?
No, should be there already.
Oh, there is no existing hard drive.
Yes, there is.
Or no existing CD reader. You didn't say CD reader, you said hard drive. Yep. It's been a week. Anyway.
I don't remember the last time we installed a CD-ROM drive, but if anyone knows.
No, we did.
No, we did. We did
Oh,
one not too long ago.
With the card reader, right?
That was SD.
I thought we installed a CD-ROM or DVD drive, not CD-ROM technically, DVD drive and the card reader.
Look it up.
I'm pretty sure. Do you remember the name of that build?
Short circuit.
Was it Short Circuit?
I thought Short Circuit was a different one.
That's also Linus's YouTube channel, one of them.
It was the second last build of last year.
Okay. Well,
I know I am.
I'm
making a
furiously
sin of
searching.
blocking the camera, but we literally have no choice.
Short Circuit was streaming workstation. Yeah, no, Chris is right. SD card reader and Asus DVD CD writer. Okay. I stand correct. It was pretty recent. Doesn't mean I would do it, but the people on it. I have a USB floppy drive at home. I could bring that in.
It was really funny because when my friend was building that new computer, he's like, "Hey, so I got this CD DVD thing that came with it. I'm really worried. I don't have a CD or DVD reader. Like, how am I going to install this?" And I was like, no. I know you come from the generation where you used to install things on DVD.
It's kind of
we don't do that anymore.
It is kind of hard to believe. Yeah, they should just stop including.
He's like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, it's a promotional frisbee."
They're literally just e-waste at this point. It's just manufacturers just stop. Well, it used to be that like if you're installing a new motherboard, like it might not even boot Windows until you have that driver CD.
Yeah, I ran into that when I was doing tech repair because whenever we'd like flash like a really old system and then it didn't have USB drivers.
Yeah.
So you had to plug in the PS2 plugs. And...
Oh yeah, I had to install like Windows 7 or Windows XP from a disk.
Yep.
You want to talk about non-speed? Install Windows 7 from a CD-ROM and talk to me. Yeah, Jesus. But
non-speed.
Yeah, non-speed. When I'm installing Windows 10 here on a 3.1 flash drive on a 3.1 port, it goes like that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, and done.
Because those are literally 10 gigabit per second ports. So it's how fast as the flash drive can go, which is pretty quick. But anyway, I digress. I was about to. Oh yeah, we can talk briefly about the 3060 release.
I have done very little research.
I've done a little bit. I didn't have a very busy week, so I did a little bit of research. TLDR, NVIDIA new 3060, so lowest GPU on the current Ampere spread. 12 gigs of VRAM for some reason, because marketing is what Steve and Linus think. Because if AMD releases something with like 12 gigs, NVIDIA doesn't look bad.
What's the 3060 Ti? That's 8 gigs. So wait, the 3060?
The 3080 is 10 gigs.
So wait, the
3060 has more VRAM than the 3080.
That makes...
A card which is over twice its price.
What?
In the video, please. But it's like, it's an okay card. It's okay money for value for your money. If you find one, if you find one near MSRP, which is supposed to be $329. Most of the partner models like $350, $360, up to $400. It's fine. It's nothing exciting.
But realistically, what it'll exist at is probably a $500 to $600 price point, and
pretty much double MSRP is kind of guideline right now for price on anything. But as Steve from GamersX has pointed out, it's not an exciting release, and NVIDIA knows it didn't have to be. Anything they release will sell instantly. So here we are.
Yep, not wrong.
And I really don't have much else to say about it. It's not very good at productivity. If you thought the VRAM would be good for that, it's not very good. The 3060 Ti is better value for your money, dollar to dollar for productivity. So, you know, yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Just fighting with the front panel connectors now at this point. They're so tiny.
I really wish they'd come up with a standardized block across the industry.
Right.
Like you figured out with HD audio and USB, just make a block.
Yeah, and I mean the little block that they include with these is a lot better.
Yeah.
But it's still not perfect.
I was gonna say, I guess it's because not all cases have the same buttons, but you just leave those blank. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean just pin them, but just don't put anything in the pins.
Yeah.
Like.
All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot half the cable management's done for us already.
Yeah, like most of it's probably done. So cooler time?
Yeah, cooler time.
All right. That's all over. I might need your sharp screwdriver. We'll find out. I think I can use this one though. No, I'm good.
Yeah. Hey, it's like, you know, the people that built this before knew what they were doing.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah. If you want to check that build out with the previous, I guess, co-host, companion? I don't know.
Companion?
Companion.
You're not going to talk later.
You can check that one out on our website, Top Flight PC. Or Facebook. Or, actually, that one's on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, that one's on YouTube. You can also go to our YouTube, which is also, shockingly, Top Flight PC.
But their Twitch is Top Flight Computers. Because Brandon.
Yeah.
Twitch and YouTube are Top Flight Computers.
They are Top Flight Computers.
Oh.
Oh. Well, there you go. Top Flight Computer. Brand unity. We have none.
If you search Top Flight PC on Twitch, it will not show up.
If you search Top Flight PC or Top Flight Computers, eventually you'll find our social media pages.
If you go to page 6 of Google.
Yeah, exactly. If you Google custom high-end workstation in Raleigh, it'll come up with us. Don't worry.
I'm honestly trying to remember the last time I went past the first page of Google. Because, like, it's kind of a meme, like, oh, everything you need is on the first page. Once you get to page 2 and 3, it's just garbage results.
I have done it when I'm, like, searching for a specific product, because it lists all of the product pages.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? But
I never find what I'm looking for past page 1.
No, usually page 2 is when you start getting a little desperate.
Yeah, you're in the Forbidden Lands.
You are in the Forbidden Lands.
Let me make sure I mount this right way.
Yeah.
So I'm going...
No.
I'm on the cable backwards.
No.
Yeah, you did. You're in all of the cables
They
backwards.
look fine. We'll zip tie them down.
That's common.
Will even be closed because it's bracket.
You and AIOs are just not
I
like.
double checked it before
I
we
know
started.
you double check them, but then it's just like
It's like a brain gap. I don't know what my issue is. Anyway.
Make sure the brackets installed the right direction.
Yeah, that's true. I think he's going that. Okay. Okay, yes, this is correct.
That's the removable brackets are amazing, but at the same time, then they're just
I think this
terrible.
one needs to go more towards the back.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to remove a few of those drive bays up on the top there because of the tube vents.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it as close back here as I can.
Yep.
Without hitting that fan. So we're gonna do the good old guess and check instead of measuring.
I did not plug in the fan controller
Fan controller from the
back there.
Oh.
I don't know where that cable came out at. I just realized that I was looking at it and I was like, wait a second, that's a fan hub. I don't know where the fan
Sorry, we'll
actually plugs into the motherboard, but yeah, we'll figure that one out. No, it won't be too bad. The computer is just strategically blocking Twitch chat, so it's fine. Andrew can see it. Chris can also see it. He's been the one responding.
Yeah.
Now, we've been telepathically communicating with Bluetooth receivers in the computer to give back to, our Twitch chat and things to that effect. Eventually, we'll get all the, the bits and bobs and the doohickeys and then all that jazz popping up here, but we'll get there eventually.
I'm gonna put 4 of these in loosely so we can adjust it once it's set in there.
The funny part is I had all those set up on Facebook and YouTube, but it would not link. So they're all there. It's just they just need to be linked to Twitch.
Yeah.
And probably proofread.
Probably.
Alright, I'm gonna drop this guy down there.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to remove 2 of those.
Yeah, I'm just test fitting to see which I need to.
2 of those.
Right.
Supports 4K.
Wow.
Even
That
though
was-
I don't think. Well, no, I guess yes. Some of the Ryzen processors do have on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the Sony Direct or whatever they call it, the Sony announcement event stuff?
I believe so. When was it?
Yesterday.
Okay, no. I watched the old one, like the older one, where they announced all of, like the games and things, but I didn't know there was one yesterday.
Yeah. They made a big marketing point for Crash Bandicoot about supporting native 4K 60 Hz. I was like, oh, that's cute. This fan.
Well, we're over here.
8-pin. I feel like we had this issue before.
Yeah, we had to pull on the 8-pin.
It's already pretty bent. Well, it's gonna be blurry.
I love how it says this supports SATA rate of 0, 1, and 10, but it's like. I mean, I guess that makes sense because there's only 3 3 SSDs that you can have on the motherboard.
I believe RAID 5 usually requires a hardware RAID controller for like anything because it's more complicated or whatever.
That's fair. I can see that.
I don't know. Whoa, what is? A little bit of tight fit.
I was asked a very comical question yesterday because this person that was building a computer was obviously quite intelligent, so he was trying to understand everything and just, ask smart questions and such. But he's like, what's the difference between DDR3 and DDR4? And I'm like,
A generation.
Yeah, I was like, it's just generational speed.
Yep.
And then I had to tell him about, like, XMP overclocking the memory.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, my CPU's not that overclockable. I was like, haha! But your memory is probably not running at the speed that it's advertised.
Well, you can enable XMP on non-K SKUs, right?
Yeah, you can. But yeah, because otherwise it auto defaults your RAM speed to 2133.
But according to Intel, running XMP voids your warranty
Yeah,
on your CPU
allegedly.
because it is overclocking. They say your memory.
Yep.
So use with caution if you care about your warranty. Or you could just not tell them that you enabled it.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating.
It's one of those like the stickers that get broken and they can't do
those are
anything about it.
those are illegal.
Yeah.
Well, they're not illegal. They're not enforceable.
Yeah, that's not enforceable. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's because software is very,
I think
very hard.
I think they can enforce XMP, but they have no way to prove it.
Very
Unless you ship them a whole system that still hasn't enabled.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But I don't think that usually happens.
English motherboard. Just love that.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, just as English motherboard, DDR4, dual
do-
BIOS design, Gigabyte App Center.
I just say, good sir.
I've never like sat down and actually like looked at one of them.
This is an English motherboard.
This is an English mother.
I do say. I'm sorry.
In Portuguese, it's also motherboard, apparently.
Oh.
German, it's still motherboard. Indonesian is motherboard. Italian is mainboard. That's how it's pronounced, apparently. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, like, the Russian or Korean or stuff like that.
You know what it is in Apple speak, right?
Non-replaceable.
No. Logic board.
Yeah, oh yeah, logic board.
Also non-replaceable.
Yeah, also non-replaceable.
I remember the ones that came with iMacs. Like, it's not like you could buy it off a shelf in the first place, but if you went to a authorized Apple service provider, they could only get it from Apple, including the Xeon W CPU and the RAM, even though they were socketed and non-soldered, because Apple.
So yeah, take this as a PSA. If you own any MacBook, period, from 2015 on, if you spill water on your computer, you lost all your data.
Do you have these nuts?
Do I have?
Do you have these nuts?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
Here they are.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you spill water on your motherboard or your system, more or less your data's lost. And the TLDR of that one is the motherboard itself has the RAM, the CPU, the GPU, a T2 security chip, and your storage all soldered onto the board. So even if you could remove it,
maybe the bracket. Did I give that to you too?
Yeah, you did. It's right here.
I held it up to the bolts and I was like,
Whoops, I kind of slid that one a little bit far. I slid it. It's fine.
Just bracket.
But yeah, so basically all of those things are soldered onto the motherboard and they're non-replaceable. So if one of them dies, all your data's lost. Because the security chip is linked that all of those components have to be those exact same serial numbers for it to allow you to open up the hard drive.
Yeah, it's an encryption thing that won't let you access any of the data if one of those components is missing.
Yep, and one of those components is all of those components are actually critical.
Yeah, well, that was 2015 and forward, right, that they started?
Yep, 2015 and newer.
I believe the Mac Pro most of them don't let you boot off external media. I believe the Mac Pro does, but those SSDs still have to be present in the system, but you can boot off other stuff.
It could be. I know the PlayStation 5 actually has an M.2 slot, but it doesn't actually have M.2 support yet.
Yeah. Connor, I made a grievous error. What did you do? I did not plug in the 4 pin.
Well, what's good about this one?
You just kind of pop it out.
Yeah, you can pop it out.
Yeah, which I will now be doing.
We're doing a water cooler.
Yes.
Instead of an air cooler.
Yeah.
That would be important.
I mean, yeah. I mean, still, even though if you had an air cooler, you could still pop that panel up and still reach in through it.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. This is one of the cases that we actually do enjoy building, hence why we still built in it.
Yeah. It's a good case, and it's quiet.
It is.
In this case. Thank you.
Darn it, we don't have another Be Quiet screwdriver to add to the collection because we've already added this Be Quiet screwdriver to the collection.
I found 2.
Oh, you found 2 more?
Yeah.
For those of you that are just joining us, we have our shrine of Be Quiet screwdrivers so far.
I'm trying to find that.
That cable, like where it went.
It's here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I think it's down on the bottom there. Yeah, so we have our shrine of Be Quiet screwdrivers, and unfortunately, this is maybe half of them. We've gotten rid of so many of these screwdrivers. We usually give them away as gifts and things to friends whenever they're building a computer. These are like a godsend when you're building a computer. Truthfully,
they're very nice.
They're great. They're just long enough to do anything that you need them to, and they're magnetic as well.
Oh,
there's another one up here, and I've just been stabbing them into the foam there. So whenever I need a screwdriver, we have one.
Okay, it loops back and goes back up there. What? Oh, is that it? Yeah.
Oh, it plugs into that upper...
Right, that's the upper fan. Where's the... Which one of these is the actual controller cable? That's power. So this is the fan one at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Or is that just going to SATA power?
That could just be SATA power.
That's going SATA power. So what is Where's this one going? PWM cable.
There you go. That's what you need. Here if you need snips. Ding.
I think it's hiding under the 8 pins.
I didn't see it up there, but it very well could be.
It's like tucked back behind the board.
It
Please
well
tell me I can get this out without taking the board out.
Oh yeah. By the way, we still have Chris Cam.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. Did you turn it on yet?
It's been on this whole time.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It's linked to both of the split cams.
That's fair. And I'm sorry, Andrew, and the computer is blocking my view of the.
Yeah, it works
I see my little monitor, which has my framing in it.
Just use the app.
I'm not gonna get on my phone. That's rude.
Right.
Yes, we have a multi-cam production now, which is impressive, considering our lack of ability to do basically anything like streaming related.
I'm making this work. Just so you know. It's tucked under the motherboard,
Oh gosh.
and I'm still gonna make it work.
Oh, did it? Yeah. That's one of the issues when you have all the cables.
I managed to
existing.
pull enough slack that I could get plugged in.
There you go.
Okay, and that's plugged in now. So we can bring this guy back after I pulled 8 pins
Good luck.
and make this very unsettling.
Yeah. Little cringy. But yeah, once we move, I don't know what we're gonna do with the background or what we're gonna do with it.
I have ideas.
Yeah, I have ideas.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Nice.
And put these screws back in.
I'm thinking doing something similar, kind of with the jet though, but do it blacked out and then do RGB behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, because then we just space it off the wall, kind of like how it is, and then just RGB behind it would look kind of interesting. Or we could take that one and then just put RGB behind it.
Spray paint it black.
Do what?
They can't see the jet at all
Oh yeah, they can't.
in like either camera.
Yeah, they haven't seen it for like over a year.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've ever seen it.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, it was there.
It was there. We
What
used to use this as top cam, remember? So my camera up here, Andrew's is on a nice tripod. Mine is on a
The ghetto boom.
15-foot metal pipe.
I can't even call it a boom. It's got a piece of styrofoam duct tape.
It does. It's
Where there's
definitely
a
not
sharp
OSHA approved. But it's great because then we can put this up top and then shine it straight down, and then we can have a top cam once, you know, the whole world goes back to normal and we don't need to say socially distanced.
What is normal?
Yeah, what is normal at this point? So.
And I don't have to take out the brackets because they're.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
once we'll move over to our new studio, which should be like late, I don't even know realistically.
Yeah, I don't
so
even know.
I'm not even gonna give a date.
Hopefully in the next couple months.
Yeah, I mean we've been saying that. Like I said, soon TM between now and 2022, and even at that, that's still not a hard name.
I liked my guess better when you can buy 3080s on the shelf.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but hey, Nvidia could just come out tomorrow and drop 40 million of them. I mean, I doubt it, but hey, anything's possible.
It might drop 4.
True.
I wonder when like Best Buy and Newegg get restocks and they put them up. I honestly wonder how many at a time is going up. Like,
Right?
is it literally 5? Is it 50?
Yeah. Yeah, are they like spreading it out to be like, well, let's make it seem like we have more inventory than
Yeah.
we actually do?
I guess. I would love to see the numbers on how many units retailers are getting, but that might be against something they have with NVIDIA, so who knows. Alright, I think we
You want to show off the cable management that I did 0 of?
not
Because I
really.
did it, last time.
Some of us messed up. Let me pull that guy. Nice. Yeah, fine. Yeah. You know,
Just put that under the little
Pick it up.
zip tie thingy. No, just like peel up the
this Velcro.
yeah, and
then
then
I have to redo the Velcro.
it's not like it's taut.
Twat.
Twat. Get in here. Hopefully you guys can't hear the rain. It's not too bad. But
Yeah.
Pretty good.
cable
good.
management. Yay! Look at my pre-cable management that I did, before stream, which is technically not wrong.
Before this stream.
Before this stream.
Safe for boots.
It was before.
Hey, it was before. I'm not wrong.
Hey.
Do all the fans turn on? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice. And we'll give it a second. It's gonna be confused about how to boot, but
Yep.
Just changed everything.
And everything just YOLO's 100% because it's all
Yeah.
plugged into basically the same fan controller, which goes 100% right off the bat as a safety thing.
yeah.
So that's why it's so loud. Also, the studio like noise floor is legitimately 0.
We're also still stuck on CPU, which I don't love. Oh, it just went to DRAM.
There you go. Chris and I were both just like,
I mean, this board should be updated, but like,
yeah, oh yeah, because Ryzen 5000.
this
That's
is
right.
Yeah. Anything made recently, semi-recently should be, but like, you never know
Yeah.
how long it's been sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, all X570 boards actually are
Sure.
not. They're compatible with Ryzen 5000, but they
I
may
think-
not have the right
No, I
BIOS to
think-
boot it.
I think X570 is the one that should be able to boot regardless of BIOS.
Oh, you think so? I mean, that would make sense.
Check
'cause
the
I-
white sticker, data manufactured, on the barcode sticker.
Because we've had that since like late last year.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
It does not have a date of manufacture.
We've
Yeah.
had it for a while.
I'm sure I could probably look it up by like the number, but
Well, we can always throw the old R9 in there and update the BIOS. And
Yeah.
we have ways around it. Is it still on CPU?
It's flashed between CPU and DRAM. I'm gonna try to shut it down. If holding the power button does anything. It's going between CPU and DRAM, which is like a decent sign.
Yeah,
When you're booting with 4 sticks in memory, it also takes
it
longer.
takes a while. And we wait for the just like awkward stress of like, did it work? Is it working?
Now we're on DRAM only. Hope it don't have to reset its memory because it's under the cooler.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the power switch and give it another go.
Yeah, the actual noise floor of the studio is literally the rain outside. That is it. There's no AC, there's no heat, there's no fans running.
Well, now there's fans running.
Yeah, now there is. That's why this thing, I imagine, sounds so loud on stream.
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Sounds louder than me and you.
Yeah. We also have a shotgun mic pointing directly at it, too. So that would, doesn't help our cause.
Okay, now we're just stuck on DRAM.
You can barely hear it. Yeah, no, it's really not that loud.
It's fair.
Why don't we try taking out two
I went CPU DRAM.
DIMMs?
Because it's under the cooler. That will be hard to get to.
What's that? It'd be easier to go with the air cooler.
I'll give it another second here. Actually, I wonder if I need to tighten down the cooler a little more.
I
don't think I tightened it
I'm
down.
going to go look over.
Make sure I tightened all these correctly. I don't think I did. Yeah, that one still had a lot left. I might not have tightened those down all the way.
The lights of doom.
No! Oh dear.
Oh, CPU DRAM. It's trying. Certainly trying. CPU DRAM.
I mean, could be memory training all of those.
I don't. It shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that it would.
Why don't we turn it off and take out a couple of them?
Oh, because it'll have to boot with all of them eventually.
Well, I just want to make sure that it's not dead.
No, it's not dead. I think it's the graphic cards fans that are at 100, maybe the front ones too.
Yeah, it's all the front ones because they're on the.
He keeps going CPU DRAM.
Yeah. Alright.
Do we have a code?
No.
No.
There is no code on this one. On this board. I wish there was. to the good old motherboard manual. Multilingual instructions, that's exactly what we need.
Beautiful. That's not the screw I want to take out.
Oh look, the promotional frisbee that I was talking about. I'm gonna laugh when we actually need that. No, we're not going to though.
Not in a million years.
No.
Alright. Those out. Check what's fixed. We'll take it to dual channels. Well, it's dual channel already, but A2 and B2 first. So I'll take out these two sticks.
Wow, this is unbelievably helpful.
Yeah.
Yep. Literally says, and I'll read it word for word. CPU DRAM VGA boot status lights. The status LED shows whether the CPU, memory, graphics card, and/or operating system are working properly. If the CPU DRAM VGA LED is on, that means the corresponding device is not working properly.
Such
That's
helpful.
it. That's the entire section of. Like, it's like, I guess it makes sense, but I was expecting more. Maybe, you know, like flashing codes or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I think we're getting the same behavior.
Try it with one.
No, I think I'm gonna load a BIOS update on a drive, on a flash drive, and do the Q flash.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you keep watching that. I'm gonna go do that real quick.
Like, oh yeah, that's just I'm just gonna go load a BIOS real fast. I'm actually gonna try something, which is the
BIOS?
I'm about to download it.
Oh.
even the clear flash button doesn't work.
Yeah, but you can just show BIOS. Not doing. Now I'm on the
No,
Yeah.
no, Andrew is on the Chris cam. But hey, at least the power button works. Plugged in correctly. Yeah, now it's hard locked on the memory.
Might require a specific You put the manual back in here?
Yeah. Did I? No, it may not have. No, it is. Oh, it's on the floor. Sorry. Oop. My bad.
Usually with these Q flash, they have a specific file name.
And now you guys can watch how we troubleshoot computers. It looks like we're getting a DRAM LED error.
Okay, let me try this.
Let me try one more thing before you do that.
Okay.
Whenever you're working on your computer, make sure you always switch the switch on the back off, because otherwise you can shock yourself. Yeah, that's not working.
Nope.
So you do you.
Alright. Just make sure this doesn't need a special BIOS name. If Gigabyte's website cares to do anything.
So this is a cool feature that Andrew's about to demonstrate. There's a button actually on the back of the motherboard which allows you to do a BIOS flash off of a.
This one's actually an internal button.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Let me know if you see an LED next to my finger come on. I'm waiting for the website to pull up how to use this.
I imagine you have to turn the computer on, like the motherboard on.
Some of them you don't. The last one I did, you didn't. But we'll try that.
The light just popped on. Light's on.
Okay.
Yep, it's blinking.
Okay.
Okay, now it's off. There's no light.
Cool. Let's see if this will download. It's taking forever to download this feature manual.
It's probably the entire manual.
It's only 4 megabytes. It shouldn't be that big.
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
It's not flash anymore.
Nope, it is off.
Might not like my file name.
It is not doing anything now on
Okay.
your little thing, and we're still on a DRAM boot. Yeah, they do. I'm
Oops.
gonna try swapping the stick to the to another one.
It would be the first build on Twitch that
Yeah. Can you hit the power switch?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'm trying to redo the rest of the make sure.
the water pump is cold, right? It's not like on that other build where we forgot to open the power table. The pump.
Yeah, that's cold.
That was fun.
This says you might have to rename the file, so I'm gonna do that. Ow.
Ow.
I shocked myself when I grounded it on the
That's fair. I'm gonna try one more thing as well, so I'll be back in.
Putting the file
Momentum.
in the right folder.
Well, there shouldn't be in a folder for that. It should be on the root of the drive.
Otherwise, they won't get where know what it is.
So we cannot. This is a. We cannot get this one confused with all the rest of them. As I have a known good sticker random. Oops. As I drop the non-questionable ones, but this is a smaller thing because I'm thinking 32 gigs maybe.
We have a 4 gig DIMM of 2666.
True.
And those were 16 gig sticks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like maybe the high.
No, these are 8 gig.
No, they're not. They're
the ones
60.
going into you have, are
We have 64 gigs total?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
64 total.
I thought we had
Because-
32 total.
Because the 32 gig didn't exist at that point. I think. That or they were very expensive.
We gotta
Okay.
deal with that stupid thing. That little like peely do.
I'm gonna try this again.
Maybe take out the video card.
Yeah.
No, it's not on video.
It's not even hitting the VGA yet. What it's doing is its initial boot cycle is CPU. Once it checks that the CPU is working, then it goes to RAM, then it goes to VGA.
Is there an LED?
I was not looking. No. That is a good suggestion, though, chat.
I just had to post on Facebook before this game. It's gonna be a fun build tonight.
I mean, hey, we're still within our normal time frame. Just now we're troubleshooting instead of.
We are an hour and 11, and that's with 5 minutes of pre-roll.
That was more than 5 minutes of pre-roll.
Yeah.
It was like 10 because I got here late.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here, do this. I'm getting there's an LED flash.
Yep, that's what happened last time.
Flash.
And then off.
Does it find it? What should you do?
Are you supposed to keep holding it while it's flashing?
No, it should just once it's. Must not be finding the file or something. Let's see if the website has any more info.
I was questioning power more than function for chat.
I mean, I don't think there's a power.
Maybe it doesn't like the bin being capitalized.
Well, you go try that. I'll try what they're
I'm just
suggesting,
gonna-
which is drop the. Oh, you're gonna just
I'm
do
gonna
it.
do it very quickly right here. Hopefully.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's might be a different file browser thing.
Should work. It's FAT32. Yeah.
You jinxed us, Chris. It's gonna be fun build, they say. It'll be easy, they say. Build computers for a living, they say.
You don't.
Yeah. Now this is the fun part that I mentioned earlier that really separates doing it at home versus having someone like us do it.
Mm. Okay.
I'll
let,
watch it.
let me know what you see LED wise.
There's nothing.
I haven't hit the power button yet. I'm waiting to see if it'll come on before I do that.
That's a negative.
Okay.
I mean, with that.
No light now. At all.
Doesn't make sense.
Does it have to be plugged into a specific?
It is. It's in the one marked BIOS.
Is there a BIOS flashback button on the back?
No. This is the only button for it. And we are still like CPU DRAM.
Yeah. And now it's just hard blocked on DRAM.
Why don't we just take out, try taking out the video card.
Okay.
Oh, now we got flashing.
Fast flashing?
Yeah, now it's fast flashing versus the other one. Okay.
Slow flash?
Still flashing.
That's
We
good.
hit CPU now, and it changed back to CPU.
Okay, I might actually be updating it.
It's now flashing.
It might take a few minutes. These are actually very slow.
Yeah, I was gonna say this may take a hot minute.
Yep. So hopefully this newer BIOS will allow the system to fully boot. Otherwise I will be crying tonight.
Yeah, and then we'll have to sit down and we'll break down the system in part by part and try to figure out what's going on with it.
Yep.
Does it like hard flash once it's done?
I think it just stops. It goes off. Stays off.
That's fair.
Or it might just reboot the system itself. I'm not sure.
True.
Different boards behave different ways.
True. Unfortunately, I don't think you guys can see it. There's a
I can't see it at all.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
it's too
little
small.
light just right up in here, and then there's a light down here. Here, can we rotate it a little bit?
No, I would rather not.
No, because we have the hard drive in there.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with it.
So here, I will demonstrate what's happening. Orange light flashing. Light flash, light flash, light flash, light flash, light on, off, on, off, on, off. Oh, you're not missing anything.
Yeah. There's not much happening.
No, unfortunately, we're just kind of sitting here waiting for this to update. And
Yeah.
it
Very
can
slow.
take, I imagine, 3 minutes. 3 to 5.
2 to 3 minutes, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, we got it's now flashing faster now.
That's good. I think.
It's like, I'm almost there if I close my eyes.
You will see the BIOS LED will start flashing on your motherboard, which indicates that the BIOS flash is currently in progress. After a few minutes, the LED shall stop flashing, which means that the BIOS flash has been completed.
Okay.
Shall stop.
Shall stop.
You shall not stop. Or you shall stop.
You shall stop. Unfortunately, each motherboard manufacturer has their own process for this.
Even Gigabyte has like 3 different ones depending on the
And
board.
see, the button that you had there, that was the BIOS flashback, I thought that was because on my board, on the
a lot of
Asus,
them are on the back.
that's a memory clear. And you can
Oh.
do that and clear the RAM errors that it gets, and that
Memo
allows
K,
it to boot.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
memo
I
K.
read
And that's why I
it
was like, oh, that's what it is. And no, it's not.
No, I read it earlier on the PCB.
I did not, because I was trying to click it and I was like, this isn't doing anything. But it makes sense why. This board has so many fan headers.
Yeah,
It's actually impressive.
It's ultra.
It is. I mean, still though, they reduced the amount of fan headers on boards as of late. Because like my old Asus Sabertooth had 12 fan headers.
Okay, that's just excessive.
You know, and it was great because I had one that I thought was broken, and I just unplugged it and plugged it into another header, and it was like, it's fine. Turns out I just had the spool up time to be 200 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So the fan was not spinning at all, that's why.
Yeah. 12 is excessive. We don't need that many.
Hey, I'd rather have 12 than 2, like on some of these new boards.
Still flashing.
Yeah,
In case,
that's unfortunately just
in case anyone was wondering.
still flashing.
We can look at these stickers they gave us, though.
Yeah, and listen to the
This
great,
one says passport.
the great music that we have in the background.
There's a passport sticker.
Which I'm going to pull up the stream because I'm curious what it actually
There's a VIP card, members only. Still flashing. Oh yeah, we probably don't have any music, do we?
We do.
Really?
I've got the music.
Oh, I thought nothing transferred.
I restored it out of the trash bin and got it.
Okay.
It's funny, I type in Top Flight PC on Twitch and it just comes up with Brian's,
It doesn't do it.
Oh,
I know, I did it just for fun. And it just comes up with all the iRacing stuff.
the LED stopped, and it sounds
Yep,
like.
hey,
we're
look at that,
doing-
it got past DRAM, we're on VGA, and
Okay.
we're back
It's
on,
memory
now it's
training.
memory training.
You can hear the fans turn now. It's like it's, well, maybe you can. I can hear it. So probably just the BIOS thing with the newer chips.
VGA. We'll
This
have
is
to
why-
install the new RAM back, but
That'll be fine. Yeah,
that RAM stick is not part of this kit. That's an 8 gig DIMM.
that's fine. It'll just retrain.
That's a boot!
Woo! Okay. This is why you pay professionals. We pretend we're professionals.
Yeah, we
Okay, so let's get that RAM back in there.
Yep. I'm gonna let you do that.
Well, it might be easier for. I can hold this up if you can.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it then.
I got the clip. There you go. I'll hold this up and make.
This had bottom clips.
Oh.
You just kind of pulled that one out. They're over there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wow. I dropped it on the first one and then...
I'm gonna buy you Linus merch.
Yeah. I learned from the best, you
Yeah.
know? If it's not... It's drop tested for flavor.
You know they. Oh, I already told you they hired the Madison girl from the Extreme Tech. She was at ROG Rig Reboot.
Yeah.
That's been. Now they've hired her as like a social media.
Consultant or something.
Well, I think she's just an employee. She's a consultant. But and she also did like a tech linked episode.
Yeah, I saw the tech link.
Yeah. She fits really well on that team.
That's fair. Alright, this is the old one.
No, yeah,
Yes.
that's the old one. There's another new one.
Yep, these are, 4x16.
Yeah.
Let's not screw that one up.
Okay. I got it right around.
Boom, boom.
Last one. And then we'll test boot again before I screw this thing back in. And
Yeah,
we'll be
and
golden.
give closure to the stream, to the chat.
Yes. Like one dude that's been watching us struggle with this.
There we go.
Alright.
Let's do it.
So it's probably going to memory train again, but...
Yeah, it'll probably take a little bit longer to memory train.
Yeah, it
Alright,
definitely will.
CPU, DRAM.
It'll definitely take a little longer because we're using 4 sticks and they're large.
A much larger capacity.
But it's already
and it
tuning
already
down
rolls back down to the fans. Yep, there's VGA. Probably going to kick back to DRAM.
Sounds like it's booting.
It's back on DRAM.
Let's give it a second. Fans aren't at 100, that's good.
Yeah, good sign right there. Don't forget, we got to feel the CPU cooler. There's peel on that one. On the face of it.
I don't think there was a plastic card. I don't think there was a peel.
Yeah, there's peel.
Oh, not on the cold plate.
No.
Oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure.
And that's a boot.
Beautiful.
Hey!
We have a boot. So we'll button this guy up on stream since we're already a little over. But
On stream or off stream?
off stream.
You said on stream.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant.
But yeah. So this has been True Alpha 2 update.
I'm back.
Moral of the story: if it's not posting with your new CPU, update the BIOS via QFlash, and you'll be off to races. So
If your motherboard supports that. If
Yeah.
not, then do a flashback, a BIOS flashback. I guess.
use an old CPU. BIOS flashback, same thing as QFlash.
Yeah.
Um,
Same thing.
But yeah, so if you've enjoyed this, I'm hiding behind the computer here, but I'll reach over. So if you've enjoyed this, make sure to check us out at topflightpc.com. Of course, follow us on Twitch and check us out on Facebook, Top Flight Computers. You'll see all our builds and pictures there, and sometimes memes and stuff like that. If you want to inquire about your own custom system, also hit us up at the website topflightpc.com and fill out our contact form. We'll get you all hooked up there. And other than that, I think that's
I
it.
think that's it.
So we'll see you guys probably. I believe we have one on Monday.
Yep, we have
So
one on Monday.
We'll be back on Monday. And,
Same time, same place.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you guys there.
Yep.
Goodbye.